Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to the 3-Minute Muslim Message, podcast number 17, part 1. And the topic, asking questions and ways to communicate with different people. Muslim communicators at work and home can take a lesson from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the way he communicated with his companions, radiyallahu anhu. He, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, knew his companions and followers very well, and he acted on his knowledge in communicating with them, in assigning tasks and in his efforts to educate, inspire, and motivate them. He also used his knowledge of the people and tribes who were fighting him and were against his mission to spread the word of Allah. There are numerous examples of the Prophet's skill recorded in the Sirah biography of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and in the Hadith. And there are verses in Quran giving advice and instruction. As Muslim communicators, we should also strive to know the people with whom we communicate as much as possible, so we can be effective in inspiring and motivating. For example, think about the different personalities, likes and dislikes, and attitudes of your immediate family and your other relatives, as well as colleagues and customers at work. They are different, diverse individuals, and the more you know about them, the better you will be able to organize your information and effectively deliver your messages. But sometimes there are problems. One of them is related to asking questions. In general, asking questions to learn is a good thing, but asking too many questions, for example, about personal things or asking useless questions in a gathering just to be heard or seen, usually is considered rude, unprofessional, and it causes difficulties for people. And Allah does not like that behavior. In a hadith narrated by Al-Mughira, Allah has disliked that you talk too much about others, ask too many questions, or waste your property. In this podcast, though, there are two main ideas. The first, how we Muslim communicators can focus on the productive and positive use of asking questions, and the second idea, how to communicate effectively with different types of people. There are 8 tactics in all that we can follow from the communication methods of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 5 of them focus on using questions for positive benefit. The other 3 focus on methods to add power, creativity, and greater interest about our ideas. We will discuss them in detail in part 2, coming next time. However, now, as a preview, the 8 ideas are 1. Asking questions, 2. Question and answer method, 3. Challenging, 4. Rhetorical questions, 5. Tags, 6. Analogy, 7. Exemplification, and 8. Simile. Click on part 2 of podcast 17 for the full explanation. Allahu alam. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu wa la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.